I pretty much got everything on this left side forward portion there that I was trying to get done. So I went ahead and put that front kick panel in and got this rest of this left panel all installed. A little bit of a challenge getting that in there. I knew I was going to have to trim around a little bit up there on the front where that fuel line went through there. That changed a little bit when I got the fuel line hooked up. And then I had to cut it off a little bit in length because when I initially fitted that kick panel in there, I didn't have that blanket on the firewall, and then I had to trim up a little bit there. You can't see it, but behind the instrument panel where the mixture and carb heat control go. Kind of screwed up on that panel when I initially built it. I should have cut it higher in the back there so that it covered up a little bit more around that instrument panel, but I thought I was following the pattern on the one that came out of the airplane, and it was, because that thing had an aluminum channel that went along that lower windowsill all the way up there and closed that in behind that instrument panel there. For that was where the throttle channel and stuff was on that. So I guess that's why that didn't fit out right. A little bit of trouble getting all the holes to fit, of course. I was able to work on it from both sides. I could see the nut plates and stuff from the back side, but I got them all in. Put my fuel plate over the fuel selector valve and the plate over the trim control crank handle there. And I got the old spatula handle for the water rudder cable hanger, and fairly down there on the sidewall for the rudder cable. All that's all put in. All looks good. It's all tied in down at the bottom there with screws, and that's tied down all the way back, even this rear portion of that left-hand panel. That's all in now except for the little cover over the throttle. I got a decal to put on that and see if I can get it to stick to that Kydex. I put the right kick panel in, the front inside panel. I need to get a couple of AN 742 Adel clamps, number 8s, which is I put around this post right here that goes up for the firewall, and then put a screw in the kick panel there to kind of keep it from vibrating and stuff. That's what I did on the other side, but I don't have any more of them, so I'm going to have to get a couple more. Oh, now I'm going to put that map pocket in there. I'm going to take a little bit of contact adhesive and spray on that tube there a little bit. I got a piece of Cowling anti-chafe tape. I'll spray a little bit on it, and then I'll glue that on there. This is the map pocket. When I was fitting it in before, I noticed that it already had a groove kind of wore in here from where it was rubbing on this diagonal tube on the other airframe. So I'll just go ahead, and I could stick this on there, I guess. Doesn't make any difference whether it goes on the airplane or on this, but I'm going to go ahead and stick it to that tube. Maybe I should have put that thing in first. Oh no, that doesn't. It goes in outside. That's right. It goes in outside of that, like that. Okay. Well, the side panel is all in, the right-hand side panel. I got the map pocket in. Got a piece of chafing tape there on that, and it's all screwed in, screwed up. What it looks like on the inside. Got the screws in this map pocket here. Now I couldn't put screws in here where this this lip meets the side panel. You stick your hand in there or anything and just catch on the screws. There was kind of a gap in there. I was trying to figure out what to do with that. I sprayed some of that contact cement on both sides of it, and I've got these clamps on there now to hold it down. I don't know whether that'll work or not. That nothing really sticks to this Kydex, so but we'll give it a try. And then here's the fair lead for the rudder cable. So the panels are all in. I still, on this side panel here, on this door panel, I need to cut the bulb angle and stuff. There's a fiber weather stripping bulb angle that goes in here, and then of course a weather strip that goes down here on the door, on the lower door where it hinges. I still have to make this little fairing that goes over this window post here, and then I've got to make the fairing for the windows. So that's the next step, I guess. I'll start cutting the windows out. I think I'll tip it up first and do that top window, the skylight, and then we'll see where we go from there.